We've been waiting 7 months for this game. It's not the ultimate prize that we are after in this game here on May 30th, but we are after at least a little bit of a measure of revenge against the LA Dodgers, who, it goes without saying, we obviously lost the World Series last year. And while it's wins and losses in the standings, these wins and losses are hopefully going to stack us up to where we get to the point where we are back in the Fall Classic. Carlos Rodon has been pitching very well this season, and son of a bitch, we're facing Shohei Ohtani, who is finally pitching after missing over a year with Tommy John surgery. He has been on fire, 5-1 record as we take on the defending World Series champions. It hurts my guts to say that, as I am a Yankee fan that has been a fan for 30 years. I'm not used to us losing the 01 World Series, hurt for entirely different reasons. I still say that's an even bigger L that we took. The Marlins won. The Marlins whooped our ass. Anyways, nonetheless, back to present times. Judge actually hits Ohtani very well. 2 for 2 and make it 3-for-3 in his career. Now, Judge can't pitch to Ohtani. One, because Judge doesn't pitch anymore like he did back in high school and college. But anyways, ground ball to Edman. Fires over to Mookie Betts, or is that at, who is that at shortstop? Doesn't matter. Judge is able to break up the double play. Giancarlo Stanton comes through the plate, batting .388 and 18 RBIs since coming back. He is absolutely on a tear. Ohtani's like, listen, I'm not hearing none of that, as he gets him on the strikeout and the sweeper to end the first inning. I stated, Rodon's pitched very well. Under 3 ERA, 69 strikeouts. Damn nice. A very good strikeout ratio, man. I would love to put 100 miles an hour into his batting helmet, but we don't believe that around here. Freddie Freeman, one of the best first basemen, call it what it is, of all time and definitely of this era, as you know what he did. We don't have to rehash that. As we face him once again, and he'll fly out in left field. Here is the Dodgers lineup. I'm sure it's screwed up in some way. Freeman leading off for some reason. Edman, Ohtani, Betts, Hernandez, Will Smith, Michael Conforto, Kike Hernandez, and James Outman, who I forgot was even on this team, at number 9. Edman will bounce this one to Volpe, who's able to get it right up the middle with the cut fastball. Throw him out for the second out here for the first. We get to see Shohei Ohtani, who somehow is only a 4-time All-Star, but also a 3-time league MVP, as he is going to take the curveball and smash it in the left field. Dominguez can't come up with the catch. It'll bounce the rock-hard California earth and end up as a automatic double. Ground ball, Cabrera. Dominguez is going to have to throw Ohtani out. 50 steals last year to throw to the plate, and it's almost in time, but damn it, Ohtani. Ooh, that is very Mookie. Very fitting of your name. Anyway, look at the throw once again. Yeah, Ohtani got him by about 2 feet. That's all it takes. It's a game of inches. You know how it is. Teoscar, somebody we are familiar with both on the channel in my Blue Jays rebuild, will unfortunately fly out, or at least ground out. Line out, as we call it. Volpe's been hitting very well. 310 over the last 7 games, but he's not going to show that here as he swings and misses at the sweeper. I forget that Ohtani, the pitcher, is honestly hella devastating to deal with. The hitter, also devastating to deal with. It's like you're dealing with, oh God, I think I heard somebody say he's like Barry Bonds at the plate, but not nearly as good, and also Roger Clemens at the plate, but also not nearly as good. But if you put the two of them together, it's like the most disgusting combination of all time. Now, I think that Ohtani might be a slightly better hitter than he is, as Bellinger ends up getting pelted in the foot. What the hell happened? Did you actually make contact, or did the umpires think you made contact? Listen, if Major League Baseball wants to make the ball sticky like they are in MPB, I'm all for it, actually. Will Smith is going to get a base hit as, okay, Judge, you're trying to, was Smith kind of lackadaisically running the first? Okay, strike out by Rodon as he gets Conforto to swing and miss at the heater. Curveball back up the middle of Rodon. Volpe covering second for 1 and back to first, Rice for 2. And ends the inning. And the offense has played very well against the Los Angeles Angels. But that's the Angels. This is not the Dodgers. Though the Angels beat the Dodgers in the last series that those two teams played. Take a look at the defensive lineup. I just needed to have an idea of who was out there. Sweeper. Damn, Ben Rice strikes out. As the Yankees have already struck out 5 times. Make it 6. And Will Smith ensures it by throwing the first. That's through. Oh my God. McClanahan threw a complete game shutout. Cardinals were within 2 games. I feel like that went down since the last episode I looked at. And the Nationals rallied down from 8 runs to defeat the Mariners. The Mariners, one of the best pitching teams in all of baseball. But hey, dumb young Nationals are scrappy. Cut fastball to Outman as Rodon gets his second punch out of the ball game. Here comes the MVP versus MVP. And unfortunately, the National League one will get the better of him. 7 strikeouts. He might be on pace for like 15. Ground ball up the middle. Jason Dominguez. Ohtani's career high is 13. I did watch that game like 2 or 3 years ago. Sweeper to Giancarlo Stanton there. Oh my goodness, get a fastball pumped by him. I don't think that 96 is correct. I think he's doing about 99. 8 punch out as Wells grounds it to third. Muncy will fire across the diamond, and the Yankees just can't seem to get a runner across the board so far. Ohtani, another base hit up the middle on a circle change. Great effort by Volpe. But now you know he's a problem. The only man in the 50-50 club. And Betts will deposit a fastball into left field for a single. And you know what? A double steal could be a thing. As Rodon's a little pissed off by the baseball, looking a little scruffy. Chisholm, Volpe, back to first, and they get the double play. Ohtani will end up on third for the 4-6-3 double play. We're not out of danger yet. Will Smith, slow roller to Volpe. He'll fire across the diamond, and Ohtani's running the home. Will not matter. He's through 4. Dodgers still up 1-0, but offense needs to come through. I wouldn't be surprised if Ohtani is still striking guys out. He's at almost 10, and we're through 4. Can the Yankees get some hits on him? Volpe is going to take the fastball well outside the zone for the first walk. Bellinger in a 2-2 count. Now 3-2, and he is also going to walk. Cut fastball in about the same place as the 4-seamer, and there's the second straight walk as Ben Rice comes to the plate. As Ohtani's pitch count, it's not really getting up there like that crazy, but he's just 69 as it is now a 3-2 count, and Ben Rice will walk. Ozzie Cabrera will come to the base with the bases loaded, and Dave Roberts is actually not going to let Ohtani pitch out of this one. I mean, I get it. The Dodgers have a plethora of relievers and starters and everything else in between, like a lifeline to Japan at this point. Alex Vesia will come and get the first strike, facing one of the best hitters with runners in scoring position this season, Ozzie Cabrera. Say that twice, and I'm sure you didn't have that on your bingo card. Unfortunately, he won't come through in this situation, as the Dodgers are going to warm up some more relievers. What's up with that sign back there? Why is it so damn blurry? We're in the PS5 era, and we still got like 144p logos, SDS. Come on, get it together. Fly ball to left field. It'll be a fly out and a sac fly, as a matter of fact. As Volpe will score from third. The Yankees will tie the ball game at 1 apiece. Here's Judge, another one of the best clutch players so far, as the balls get hit to Edman, and Judge is going to be thrown out. I thought he might have hustled and beat that one out, but it is what it is. We jump to the 5th, as Kike Hernandez is going to take a 12-6 curveball and smoke it to left field. Are we going to see his celebration? You know what I'm talking about, too. Yeah, that one. That one. Are we going to see that celebration? We shall see. As he crosses home plate, I'm disappointed. I was expecting him. Listen, you did it all last season. I'm sure SDS could get that one in there. I mean, it's not C19 times. Like, people can touch one another, though you probably shouldn't be doing that on the field. I'm just saying. I mean, this is a game that kids play. Nonetheless, Dodgers take a 2-1 lead. Oh, my goodness. Terrible swing by Giancarlo Stanton. Starting to come back down the earth after the very hot start as well. Hits this fastball to left field, and it's going to be caught in foul territory at the end of the 6th inning. Rodon goes back out there for the 6th and ends up walking Mookie Betts with 2 away. That's not a good look. Hopefully we can get Teoscar out. He smokes this one into right field. It's going to stay in the park as Judge can't get it. It'll bounce over the wall, and wow, holy smokes. Maybe it's a good thing Judge couldn't get to that one. So 2 away. We got an opportunity to get out of this. Only giving up that one. The slider misses as Conforto in the on-deck circle. And this ball is going to be popped up in the foul territory. Rodon and the Yankees will get out of this one. Only giving up the 1 run. Can we make do of the luck? Rice takes the cutter and smacks it back up the middle off of Blake Trinan. As Edman can't seem to come up with it. 2 away. We got a base runner, but come on, guys. We got to do a little more than that. It's all right. Cabrera takes the sinker. Don't think he got enough of this one. Yup, it's a fly ball to right. He'll be out here in the 7th.
The second baseman,
Chisholm will come up in the 8th. Top of the 8th facing Anthony Banda, and he gets hit in the shoulder. Just go charge the mound. Go Naruto run to the mound and go one-piece him. Whatever. Never mind. Jazz ain't like that. Not really, though. I know he got beef with Miguel Rojas. I think Miguel Rojas was being a crotchety old dude as a member of the Marlins. And, you know, Jazz likes to be a lot more carefree. Fly out to center. Dominguez comes up, and he hits this one to right field. Damn it. Come on, guys. Just like straighten out the bats and get a base hit. Hell, Jazz is fast. He freaking hustle if he's in the gap and score. As Dodgers calling yet another reliever as Giancarlo Stanton 0-3 ball games. Something we haven't seen much of this season, and he strikes out for the 4th time in the ball game. So we can't seem to get a run across. As Ohtani comes to the plate, and he will strike out as Johnny Lasagna sets him down. In the 8th, can the Yankees tie it up or at least take the lead? We shall see in the coming seconds.
pitching for the Dodgers.
Tanner Scott going to come out of the pen, looking to get his 19th save opportunity. His ERA is high. That's not a good look, but hey, he's, for the most part, shut things down. He'll have to face Austin Wells. He is one of the leaders in saves so far, tied with 2 other individuals, Walker and Diaz of the Mets. Ground ball to short or third. I think they had the shift on. Nonetheless, he is going to be a ground out victim. Volpe has not gotten a hit either. His average now under 250, and damn it, hits this high into left center, and unfortunately, Yankees just can't seem to get a damn hit so far. But never know, things will happen. Cody Bellinger knows this park very well. Spent his first several seasons here as a member of the Dodgers. Ground ball up the middle. Mookie Betts over the first, and oh snap! Wow, Freeman couldn't come up with it. Yankees might have some life in them. As the number 8 batter will come to the plate. Betts disappointed in himself. Multiple-time Gold Glover. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten one as shortstop. I could be wrong. He probably did or should. Given he's been a damn good fielder and right. Paul Goldschmidt will come off the bench. He does hit lefties better than he does righties, so we'll give him an opportunity to be better than how he has been for most of the season. Circle change. I wish he would lay it off of that, even if it was a strike. And he takes the fastball, hits it deep to center. Outman is going to catch it on the grass. And the Dodgers will take the first of this 3-game series. 2-1. There's still 2 other games, so I'm not about to sit here and lose my head over it. Really, nobody came to the plate with the approach of hitting. Stanton had a 4-strikeout game, and let's talk Luis Hill. Is he ready yet? I mean, I'm hoping in his next AAA start he can get that ERA below, I don't know, 5, as he gave up 7 runs in his second outing at AAA Scranton. And we get our first look at Roki Sasaki. Well, you get your first look at Roki Sasaki in this game, and maybe the second or third time on this channel, as I did do a professional baseball spirits franchise. I didn't ever finish it, which sounds like the norm for this channel, but you've seen what he can do. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to give him every pitch, or at least maybe not me. Actually, SDS had him already available for the opening night roster, even early access, which is cool. I just kind of wish they'd do that for a lot of other players. I know he's prominent, but yeah, he throws some absolute disgustingness. A fastball, get it up to about 99, a curveball, which while it looks disgusting there, it's really his worst pitch. The splinker, though, they don't have the splinker in the game. I actually made the edit of changing his sinker to a forkball, and then at a later point in time, come to realize he does throw that sinker. Again, SDS, can we get guys who throw multiple pitches? Rodon threw 6 in his first real-life outing in 2025. Yu Darvish has like 12 to 15 pitches he probably throws. Like, a lot of guys throw more than 5. Just make it a simple double tap, and you've got a 6th, 7th, 8th pitch. They don't have to be that great. They probably won't be, or they'll look very similar to some of the other ones, but I think it would fall in line with the best baseball game on the planet. Yeah, I said it. Professional Baseball Experience, in my opinion, is better than MLB The Show, but I'm familiar with MLB The Show, and I'm going to keep it a bean, and that despite the wants I might want for franchise, which you can see on the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast or listen to all podcast platforms, I will address them over the next 6 weeks or so, as the word is from SDS themselves. You got about 2 months to get your wish lists and all the wants you might want in before they're really hammering what the next game is. So we know the dev cycle is very short, and you know, if you haven't filled out the survey, because I didn't get it, but I know many other people that did, listen, I'll discuss that on an episode of the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. You can find it here and elsewhere. Max Fried on the mound, 2.53 ERA. Again, Rodon and Fried are cooking. Oh, damn, his neck is cooking. Why is it so damn red, dog? Put some sunscreen on, white boy. As Freddie Freeman will strike out on the sinker, looking at it. First punch out for Fried. I'm not gonna lie, I have fun pitching with Max Fried. I never pitched with him as a member of the Braves, and he's just got some nasty stuff. Especially considering the sweepers in the game, and yeah, you can. I like throwing it. Oh look, Hae-Sung Kim is at the plate, as I believe he wasn't originally on the 40-man roster. He did get called up. I had no control over it, and he'll play the middle infield from here and there. Remember, he played in the KBO. That's not the same as the NPB. NPB Japan, KBO Korea. South Korea, to be specific. Unfortunately, he will ground out for the second out of the inning. Betts is behind him. Max Muncy, who will become a free agent, is batting fourth. Teoscar Hernandez, who we know all too well from his many years in Toronto. Will Smith, Michael Conforto, Tommy Edman, and James Outman. The Dodgers are scoring because that's what the Dodgers do. The Dodgers and the Yankees tend to be in like the top 5 of scoring every year and have been for like a decade or two. As the sweeper from Fried is going to get Mookie Betts to fly up to center to end the bottom half of the first inning. Jump ahead to Dominguez at bat, and he'll get jammed by a fastball, but he'll end up making a successful hit out of it into left field on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. He was late and still had the strength, that is what youth can sometimes do for you, to muscle it into left field. Can we capitalize? Wells hits a splitter as Sasaki fields it and scoops it with his glove for the out at first. Sasaki really is a good fielder for a pitcher. He actually wasn't too bad of a hitter either, but they don't have that in this league. In MPB, they do go by the old Central League has no DH, Pacific League does. We probably won't ever get to see him hit in a Major League Baseball game as Cody Bellinger smokes the slider that he throws into right field. And the Yankees will take a 1-0 lead on the double. As Bellinger is trying to get a little bit of revenge. I mean, granted, he has played against the Dodgers before. I mean, he's been, a couple seasons past signing with the Cubs. And Ben Rice takes Sasaki deep. You can't have Saki. unless you got some rice. 444 feet from the young first baseman / catcher. His third long ball of the season. Yankees extend that lead. Yeah, this is what we need to see more of from him, especially if he is going to play first base on a more regular basis and beyond into 2026, into 2027. Still not sure if he is the answer at first base, as he would be a cheap option, but you know who is out there on the free agent market unless the Toronto Blue Jays choose to extend him. Let's be real. Second strikeout for Fried, and second, and Jazz Chisholm. Damn, can't catch up to 99 from Sasaki. His first punch out of today's ball game. He's actually pitching really well this season. I believe he's at like a 5-2 or 7-2 record. As Judge will get a hard hit, but he will find the glove as the shift was on. Giancarlo Stanton comes up and he'll inside out muscle a fastball into right center field. Giancarlo at 10 speed is going to hustle, whatever you want to call it, for a double. Damn, he really getting 10 speed? I know he don't run like that, but 10? 10? It's disrespectful, but damn, that just, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe the glare got in his eyes and he couldn't come up with it. Neither can Dominguez as he strikes out to end the third inning. Fried not agreeing with a 3-2 pitch and probably doesn't agree with this one, but doesn't matter. He'll end up giving up the walk. His first of today's game. 0-2 to Edman. Curveball on the corner. Maybe the umpire actually was opening his eyes to pay attention to see what pitches were thrown. Circle change. That's back-to-back punch-outs. That one low in the zone. Looking to make it 3 in a row. It's not going to happen, but it's a low liner to Bellinger, and he makes the play. Gold glove defense in center. Can't be mad about that. Joe Ryan throws a complete game shutout against the Mariners. Damn, the Mariners are falling apart already. Schwarber leading the league in homers, and the Orioles needed extra innings to defeat the White Sox, though they are leading the division. I gotta give it to them. Leading the division, but we did play them earlier in the year. I just didn't show it. I didn't play the games themselves. 162 games. I'm gonna sim a lot of them as Bellinger hits it the opposite way. What a lot more players should be doing. Hitting it where they ain't for the double. His 10th of the year. As far as the Orioles are concerned, we did win the first game of the series you played back in late April, 6-5. Ended up losing 4-3 and then 3-2 in the second and third games. Fly ball in the left field. Ben Rice. It bounces down. Wow, I'm surprised the left fielder didn't get to that one. That is yet another extra base hit for Rice. That's 6 total bases for him. He hit that very hard. I just would have thought the left fielder would have gotten to it, and Oswaldo Cabrera is going to get hit with a slider. Again, sometimes Sasaki can be a little out of control, even with his heater, as this one was showing some really nice control. And unfortunately, Chisholm will pop up the third base foul territory as Muncy makes the play. Ben Rice has basically been carrying us all game. A long ball and another one that nearly got out. And the Dodgers haven't gotten a hit yet. That's right. Max Fried is working on a no-hitter. He already walked somebody, so it's not a perfecto. As Kirby Yates comes into the game. What inning is this? Isn't Kirby Yates like a closer? What are we doing here? Nonetheless, okay, I got to remember the Dodgers operate just a little bit different. As another strikeout by Kirby Yates. I'm over here talking smack, and he over here sitting us down, making us look stupid as another Yankee strikes out. Oh, my goodness. This is gross to watch, but we still have the lead. As Will Smith, ground ball up the middle, and it gets past Volpe, as that will be their first official base hit. Do they have more in the tank? Conforto swinging a miss at the fastball. Can't keep up, even at 94 miles an hour. Fifth punch out for Fried. Edman, ground ball to Volpe. And won't go the short way. We'll throw it across the first and through 5. One hit, I'll take it. One hit, one walk, 5 strikeouts. Fried might go 8. I'm not even joking about that. Matter of fact, he leads the league in complete games this season at 2. I know that's for a lot of old heads. That's not something like, oh shit, Sandy Koufax would have had 8 by now, and I completely get that. As we get a base hit, As the slider is chopped between the catcher and the pitcher. Yates, in his older age, not going to be able to get to that one, not showing the agility. Also, Bellinger hustles to first as we'll score at a base hit and not an error. Rice gets another shot, and he hits the slider in the left field. It'll bounce down as it looks like Chisholm will hustle home. That's actually Volpe. He'll score from second. 5-0 as Cabrera gets a shot. He hits it in the center. And Belly will tag. The throw from Outman, not going to be anywhere near in time. Runners at the corners for it. Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. And unfortunately, he just doesn't seem to be hitting all that well. I mean, he's hitting enough to not bottom out as far as his average is concerned. But the runners in scoring position, he's just not doing it. He's a leadoff batter, so I kind of get it in some respects, but it's all clutch at the same time. Freddie Freeman, chopper to Rice. Rice will step on the bag. I'm surprised he didn't go the long way, and I hate the delays on the throws in this game. Can we please clean that up? Hee-Sung Kim, chopper to Volpe, which means the runner at second will stay put. And that'll be the second out. So it'll take a little bit more for him to score as Mookie Betts comes to the plate. I forgot. Ohtani doesn't play the game after he pitches. I don't think he's ever done that. He might have done it once or twice, maybe in the thick of a playoff race for whatever that's worth as a member of the Angel. As Ben Rice is a triple shy of the cycle, and the only cycle he's going to do is hit this circle change to Max Muncy's round self for the final out of the 8th inning. That was a bad joke. I know. It's what I'm chunky too. Yeah, Yankees look like they're going to pull away with this one. 2 hits by the Dodgers. What is going on with them? I'm not going to call it a World Series hangover as Fernando Cruz goes out there, and he is going to give up a long ball to Judge. As you know, Judge a little hesitant to run out there. A couple years ago, he did get hurt right here in Chavez Ravine. Was out for, 2-3 months of the season. He ended up missing the playoffs. Not a good look. Still want you to hustle, though. Give it all, and if you get hurt, you get hurt, dog. We will adjust as a franchise. No, we won't. We'd adjust to the bottom of the league if that crap happened again and we're out for an extended period of time. Teoscar Hernandez is going to strike out. Yankees pick up game number 2 of the series, but the series is not quite over yet. Sasaki only picks up his 3rd loss. He's got 7 wins. He might be the front runner for the NL Rookie of the Year. So take a look at some prospects, some closers. Again, we're already here in California. Might as well take a look at some players. Art Medina, a lefty. He might be very good with the hits and Ks per 9. Probably could use some work elsewhere. I like the pitch mix, even as a lefty. Doesn't throw really hard, but if he can shift gears, he should be fine. Keith Lopez from Puerto Rico, he might be okay. I'm not believing that potential anywhere near 94. He's probably closer to 75. He's more like a back-end drafty. Same thing goes for Joel Cabrera, who might be absolute garbage, bro. I might be better than him. Bro, go to college and figure your game out. Ferreira, also from Cali, switch hitter, but he's a pitcher, so we're not concerned about that. Very sure he wouldn't even be a two-way player anyway. Fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup. It's a nice pitch mix, a pretty basic pitch mix, but it's something, and we'll take a further look at Rick Willie, a lefty starter here in Cali. Might be good, maybe not great. I don't like to base my drafts just off that first pick, especially considering we've got 3 rounds between our first and our second pick. We got a first round pick, we got a 4th round pick. We're going to be waiting a while before we get to that one. So while I'd say yes, we should nail the first one, there's still plenty of quality players throughout the draft. Both teams are going to be wearing their throwbacks, and of course, we're looking at Blake Snell, a man that wanted 7 years for some wild amount of money. Bro, I know you're a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, but you got a walk issue, 11.9%. Yeah, you strike guys out. And the year you won that 23 Cy Young, you led the league in walkout rate, but you also, I don't know, it was a really weird year. He led the league in walkout rate, but he also didn't really allow guys to get hits. I mean, whatever. I'm not a voter, so I can't really say it's Marcus Stroman will face leadoff man Shohei Ohtani. Had the day off in game 2, and dude, don't throw him anything hittable, please. Last thing we need is him smoking one back to Japan. And liner right over the head of the ground. Damn it. Dominguez will come up with the ball. Just throw it in. Don't let him get a triple. So we don't need that, okay? Okay, Ohtani is clearly on one and has been on one for about the past 5 years. As Betts smacks this one just inside the foul line as Dominguez will have to run in the left field again to throw it back in. Second replaces home. Home replaces second. Dodgers lead 1-0 early. Freeman swings and misses at a split-finger fastball as we finally gotten out. Didn't want the same thing that happened in the last game. And Teoscar Hernandez smashes this one in the left field. Dodgers take a 3-0 lead. We only got one out so far. One. It's not a good look. Marcus, get it together. Defense, get it together as best you can. Oh, boy. Nonetheless, we push on. Max Muncy gets another hit. Oh, God. I'm going to have to pull Stroman before we get out of the first, aren't I? Run on first, slurve. Throw to second. What the hell was Muncy thinking? Dude, you were not a base stealer. That might have been a hit and run going wrong because you still need to hit. You good, Stroman? Bro, did you have some of that loud pack or something? What's going on? Your pitching clock violation. I don't know what he was paying attention to. Nonetheless, he wasn't. To the game, that is. Goldschmidt will make the catch in foul territory looking out of the first, only giving up 3 runs. Stanton. Ooh, swing and miss at a slurve facing Blake Snell. Somebody he has faced on a regular basis as a member of the Tampa Bay Rays. Stroman gets not going to get the ground out of the sinker. I'm going to call that an issue on Goldschmidt and not so much Volpe. Volpe threw it where it needed to be within reason. Goldie just couldn't come up with it. Slurve in there. Oh, damn. Strike number 2, but of course, Ohtani will take yet another base. He's at 11 so far. He's on pace for like 45, so pretty much about the same year he had last year. And Chisholm will make the final out right next to second base. And at least Stroman doesn't give up another run. Wells, swing and a miss at a slurve. Why that pitch you swung at is beyond me, as Dominguez takes advantage of the platoon advantage, or at least the perceived advantage of a switch hitter. Some guys just don't hit the opposite hand that well, as Bellinger will work the walk, as Cedric Mullins has shown as of the last 4 years. He's exclusively a lefty bet. Is he a lefty or righty? He doesn't switch hit anymore, which is weird because he was an all-star as a switch hitter, but it is what it is. Aaron Judge, slurve, smashed up the middle on the ground. Runner will come around to score. The Yankees finally are on the board here in the third with 2 away.
Now batting,
1-0.
Chisholm not having the best of series. 0 for 8. Has driven in a run. It's like a sac fly. And this is not sac fly worthy. 2 away, and he will be the third out. And Freeman will step to the plate and rip a splitter to Judge, and he bounces off of his glove. Where have we seen that? I'm not going to show the clip. It happens. I'm also not going to overreact. His 13th double of the season. Teoscar already surpassed the 200 homer mark as Stroman gets him out on a cutter, tailing way away. He had no chance at hitting that. Muncy smokes it up the middle as Volpe makes the catch, and tried to dive back in second, but Freeman's not that fast, but he's not dealing with that ankle injury like he did in the World Series. Not that that matters. He is the reigning World Series MVP. As Dominguez makes the routine catch in left field. Make the routine ones, also for the harder ones. Stroman give up 6 hits and 3 runs. Some of it, no, we're going to call it on him. It is what it is. But Snell hasn't been completely unhittable, though. He's only given up 2, who will be better as we continue this game on. Snell Fastball jams Volpe, but he's able to deposit it in the right field for a single. Now he just might steal. I mean, we are down by 2. Good time to take a base. Wells smacks it past Muncy, who was never going to get to that one in fair territory. And Volpe is coming around to score. Volpe, man, really hustling his tail off as Wells drives in an RBI double, and it means Dominguez comes to the plate with only one. Oh, well, now he's the one away. Circle change up from Snell. I'm a little surprised he threw that, to be honest. Bellinger, oh my God. I don't know if he could really get any worse. I mean, batting under 100 runners in scoring position is just deplorable. Under 200 as a whole ain't any better. Pop up into the infield. No infield fly necessary. He'll make the catch. Come on, Judge. 3-2. And he'll work the walk. Fine. He'll work the walk. I would rather than put bat on ball, but that's not the type of pitch you attempt to hit. Chisel now. I ain't even mad at you for not swinging at that. Like, it was high enough in the zone, not in your wheelhouse. As Freeman smacks this to right, Judge is just going to let it bounce. I actually am not mad at that. I prefer him not to dive unnecessarily. And Freeman ended up with yet another double. Why are y'all doing these? Whatever. It's baseball. I can't see why you're doing these dumb dances. Ground ball to Cabrera. He fumbles it and bumbles it, but is able to rocket it across the diamond for the out in the 5th. Man, that might have saved a later run. As we see Kirby Yates for yet another day. Yo, I know y'all got more bullpen arms. Like, call on somebody else. Let your starter go longer. Giancarlo smacks it up the middle, up the slider. Good base hit. What about Goldie? And swing and a miss was hella late on the fastball. I know you're looking for something slow, maybe the slider, but get a little better than that as Ozzie Cabrera hits this one in the shallow right center. And Giancarlo, what are you doing? Why are you sliding? Oh, dude. He's safe and not injured. That's about all we care about at this point. Volpe will smack this in the right field, and it is going to bounce down as an automatic double. He does drive in a run, and Roberts is going to a completely different arm.
For the Dodgers,
that arm is
number 22.
3-time Cy Young Award winner, 1-time MVP, multiple-time All-Star, and quite possibly the best pitcher of his generation. He's lefty-wise. You can debate between. Verlander kind of came in the league a little sooner than he did, about 06, 05. Nonetheless, he is out here in relief, given his advanced age. The hustle by Cabrera, he is safe. I'm a little surprised that Kershaw threw home, but I don't know if you noticed, but Cabrera is, oh man, his arm looks pretty bad. His shoulder, is it his arm or his shoulder? We'll find out later, probably post-game, as he'll have to go and get some x-rays and MRIs and CTs to see what's going on with that. And Dominguez will deposit this one in the right field for a single. The bases are going to be loaded for the leadoff batter, former Dodger. This is a matchup that has happened before. I believe Bellinger might be 1 for 2. No, he's 0 for 3 against. I'm quite sure. Oh, thank you, stat team. What the hell? This is supposed to come up sooner. All right, he's 1 for 3. Jeez. Y'all got to get y'all act together. Judge gets a hold of one, but off the end of the bat in the right center. Oh, it's going to be caught. That could have easily been a bases clearing double. All right, DJ LeMahieu was going to replace Cabrera for now. We will figure out at a later point in time who the true Cabrera replacement is if he's seriously injured. Could be a trade. Could be a call-up. We'll see as Tim Hill comes to the mound, and he gets Muncy to strike out, staring at a fastball. And Jersey dirty. Maybe he had a little dust in his eyes and couldn't see it. Dude, why'd you try to steal second, really? Like, that's not your fortes. Will Smith rolls over on a fastball, if you can call 90 fast. Volpe will fire over to first for the second out here in 6. Yankees still up by 1, and, you know, I'm glad we re-signed Hill, as he is a lefty specialist, a loogie, as we used to call him. Work the 1-2-3 inning, as Emmanuel Clase is on pace to, if not set, at least tie history. 21 saves. The record is 62. Ige Rosario, 7 RBIs in the win. I mean, this against the Pirates. Dane Myers, 2 hits, to break a 2 for 34 slump. Jeez Louise, the Marlins are terrible offensively. As Giancarlo Stanton, former Marlin, kind of bloops one in the right field, almost rolls to the warning track, and he'll end up with about the slowest double you've seen since Albert Pujols. Goldie rolls over one to third. Muncy fires across the diamond, and he's going to get the slow-footed Goldie, as Stanton will stay at second because that would be stupid for him to go to third on something like that. LeMahieu hits a slider deep to left field. It is going to get out of here. DJ LeMahieu off the bench might be trying to work his way back to being a starter. Is a better fielder than any other third base option we have. He also costs us $15.6 million this year and next year, and has a 10-5 no trade clause. So I can't move him unless I release him, and I don't even know if I'll even release him. We'll see. Stroman gave up 7 hits and 3 runs, and the defense didn't help him. Snell, not any better, or slightly better. As Edmund will slap a base hit into right field as the Dodgers look to work their way back into this one. Right past the outstretched Tim Hill. And then back-to-back hits for Ohtani. He could tie the ball game up with a long ball, and you know he is absolutely capable of doing so. Does it against righties mostly, can do it against lefties. Batting 187 with runners in scoring position, which it's a little weird how, I guess, kind of unclutch Ohtani has been. The postseason he wasn't that good. This year runners in scoring position as Tim Hill pumps a fastball in there, but Mookie Betts has been. 351 runners in scoring position so far. I don't have the numbers in front of me. My graphics team is slow as hell. Dude, can we get these numbers up there? Never mind, whatever. Anyways, we'll worry about that at a later point in time. But I might need to rehire somebody who's working at Baseball Reference. Come on, I need my numbers up there so I can do the proper commentary. Fly ball to right field. Judge, underhand catches it. Tag from third. That's an easy run. Judge ain't throwing that one out. Not this time. As Freeman smacks it up the middle off of the calf of Hill, and he must have adrenaline flowing as he doesn't even feel the pain, if there even is any, and he ends up getting the final out. All right. What do you know? Mets and Dodgers for the next 4 games, followed by they face the Cardinals, who are second in their division. The Dodgers are third in theirs as Aaron Judge, MVP on MVP, about 10 years apart, as Judge deposits one and doubles our lead 8-4, his 19th home run. Speaking of on pace for history, he's on pace to break, if not tie, his own AL home run record of 62. And we do take the victory, 8-4, take the series, but we've got bigger series in mind, as Ozzie Cabrera is going to be out 2 months with a broken arm. Do we call somebody up? Do we make that trade? I know we're getting Hill back very soon. We will see him in Boston, or at least in New York against Boston. We will see Boston at Fenway. We also will definitely take a look at the Orioles as we push closer and closer to the All-Star break.
Stand clear of the